Hey everybody, welcome back to Dinner Television this Saturday night. And what a great, I hope you've enjoyed as much as I have our conversation with Rosalind Fung, of course, holistic body love. And this is what I love about this is that we're talking about so many things about addressing anxiety, how to start your day with I've already forgotten the phrase.
Feeling empowered and affirmation.
Affirmation.
Yep,
That's
there we go.
If you forget affirmation, Bridge, you better write it on your hand.
Maybe intention might be easier to remember.
Praying for yourself. No.
Hey, could be that too.
There you go.
Yeah.
But I was talking to you off camera about sort of, and we had talked about this before actually, it's what first introduced us, is the growing number of women, specifically young women, young girls who feel bad about themselves, feel compromised about their body image. And this is a huge thing that we have to address. And a lot of us look to sort of fix the child when I think what you were saying off camera moments ago, and I think this is a wildly important point to make, it really begins with the parents, what that child, the environment, and the love that the parents have for themselves that is transferring to the little one.
Yes, absolutely. Actually, and I think in our times today, a lot more moms are more aware of that, and they come see me because they are struggling, and it may not be super to the point where it's a clinical eating disorder, but just some mild struggles. And like, oh, I really don't want to pass that on to my children.
Sure.
You know, whether that is actually your daughter or your son. And so it is really about looking in at yourself and looking at how you're carrying yourself and how not to let that unconsciously
be passed on.
Be passed on. Yeah.
What are, I mean, there's so many ways to fool the parent these days as a young person. I mean, truly,
there is. It's true.
You know, you look at your child like, well, they're posting a lot of beautiful selfies. They're having a great time on Facebook. They're live tweeting all these things. But what should parents be looking for if something deeper is happening that is quite the opposite to what they're projecting? And I think kids are becoming very smart in being able to project they're able to hide deeper now, some would say.
Yeah. That's a good question. I would see it would be if there's a shift in the quality of the relationship. So if, believe it or not, it's actually the friend, not the relationship, the quality of the relationship that determines how a parent will parent that child, so that they can influence them. Those values get instilled in that child, even though as a teen, the peer group is a more prominent group. Those values are instilled. So when it comes back to your question about what are some signs, it might be things like they're starting to withdraw a little bit. They might be in their room a lot more. That's something that often happens.
Should a sign be there's too much of it? Too much posting about themselves, of themselves. You know,
not necessarily. I think
parents worry about this selfie thing. Is it something to selfie about, or no, not at all?
I don't see that as much of a big sign.
That's probably very refreshing for a lot of parents to hear.
It's more about what happens behind the scenes, right? What's actually happening in how they're showing up at home. How are their school grades? Are they coming down for the family dinners? Are they eating less? Are they eating to fuel their bodies?
Right.
Those are really important conversations to have in terms of approaching relationship with food.
Right. Okay, we're going to take a quick break here because obviously there's so much more to talk about. We could talk about this for days and days and days, but we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, more Dinner Television in the studio with Courtney Theriault. We've got Rosalind Fung out here on remote talking about self-love, body love, love you. Do you? Yes, you do. And so stick around. We'll be back. More to celebrate here on DT.